Hello little skeletons, it is Disney Queen Skelly here. So as you can see by the title of this video, this is actually a very special video, kind of sad video. Also trying to get these damn angles to look good. Sorry if you're a little further up. This is like the best I could adjust my tripod. As I am filming today, it is May 29th for the next 2.5 hours. So May 30th, for those of you who may or may not know, is Splash Mountain's final day being open as Splash Mountain before it closes down for about maybe 1.5 years or so to make way for construction and a retheming for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Now, for a lot of people, including myself, this is something that is very sad, something that we didn't really expect to happen. I know the news broke out a few years ago, I think during COVID, that Splash Mountain would be rethemed to Princess and the Frog. However, due to COVID happening and Disney losing a lot of money in the process, they were unable to kick off this retheme. And I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I thought that this retheme just wasn't going to happen. I thought that because they lost, they didn't have the money for it, and that, because they just were financially stuck for many years, and now I feel like nowadays they're just bleeding everyone dry of money, but that's a different topic for a different day. I thought that because of all that, they would not be closing down the attraction, they would not be retheming it. However, I was sorely wrong. We got the news, I think officially we got the news last year that Splash Mountain would be closing, and it started with the closing of Splash Mountain in Florida. Now, their Splash Mountain closed well before ours did, so their construction has already been underway for a while now, and most likely their Tiana Bayou Adventure will open sooner than ours. Because ours is slated to open late next year. My guess is they're going to try and schedule it before summer starts, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. They may end up opening it most likely when Halloween maybe starts, or maybe September starts. It's still kind of warm for California, so I don't think, the whole idea of just winter starting and all that would really even affect it anyways. It's still probably going to be long lines for a while. It's probably going to be a Radiator Spring situation in which it's open, it's never going to be slow. I wanted to hop on here on May 29th, the night before, because I wanted to tell my Splash Mountain story. Now, I know a lot of people will say oh, I wrote it when I was a kid and I've been writing it ever since. I actually have a full-blown story behind it. When I was growing up, I had a very hard time riding extreme rides. I didn't like rides like California Screamin'. For those of you who remember California Screamin', for those of you that don't know, that's where Incredicoaster is today. I had a hard time doing drop rides. I remember there was a ride in California that was a California Adventure that was a drop ride for a little bit. Any of you frequenters at Knott's Berry Farm will know about Supreme Scream. I'm sure those of you who have Six Flags will also know what a drop ride is. I also can't go on coasters with very steep angle drops. I refuse to go on Ghost Rider at Knott's Berry Farm because that drop is too steep for me. Of course, even though I worked on Accelerator, I refuse to go on Accelerator. And of course, anything like Hang Time, you guys get the idea. I had only ever ridden Splash Mountain once. I was a kid. I legitimately thought I passed out. And I never wanted to ride it after that. However, I was dating someone who really wanted me to conquer my fear. And the only reason I did it is because I was forced on. I really was telling him no, that I didn't want to, that I was terrified. I was shaking. I was crying. But by the time I got off of it, I loved it. It was my favorite ride in the park and still is. So that happened when I was about 19 years old, and ever since then, I have been riding it every time I go to Disney, or at least almost every time. I think there's only been a handful of times where I hadn't, because the people I was with didn't want to go on while it was cold. Fair play. So when I heard the news that it was closing, it was officially closing, I started to worry, because I didn't know if it was going to close soon or late. And I was talking to Luis about this, and he goes, they'd be done to close it during the summer. However, during the closure of not only the Adventureland Treehouse, Indiana Jones, Grizzly River Run, and I think a couple more attractions were down for refurbishment, Disney had stated that they were not going to close down Splash Mountain until about 90% or about 95% of those attractions were open, so they didn't have to close down another attraction. So eventually, Grizzly River Run opened up. Indiana Jones opened up. I think some of the other smaller rides that they had closed had opened up. The only thing I believe right now that is closed is the Adventureland Treehouse, which, correct me if I'm wrong if that is the only thing closed, that's just the only thing I've seen closed. So with the majority of that being open, it was only a matter of time before the official announcement of the closure date was going to happen. And around April time, it was rumored that it was going to be closing end of May, and then it was officially confirmed that May 30th would be its final run day, with May 31st being the first day that it is officially closed down. I spoke with Luis and I asked him if he and I could go together on May 30th just to basically mourn Splash Mountain's departure. And I have a few more days in the future scheduled for solo Disney days. But as I'm looking at it, because I have it scheduled for tomorrow, but looking at it, it pains me that those future dates, Splash Mountain's not going to be there for me to ride anymore. And it breaks my heart. Y'all know I own the Song of the South movie. I actually have a vinyl of some of the songs as well. While granted the movie it is what it is. The only reason that Splash Mountain holds a special place in my heart is because it was the first log flume ride that got me used to those types of drops. And while I still can't do roller coasters, I am now able to do rides like Jurassic World and the log ride at Knott's Berry Farm. Anything like that, I'll go on now because I'm not afraid of it. I will say though, Jurassic World, when I first did that drop, kind of threw me for a loop. It was a little bit steeper than Splash, but I still ride it because I love it. And it's also a lot longer. I'm sad. I've been sad, and it hurts that this ride, I officially have to say goodbye to this ride. And I've been choking up. I've been crying. I've been heartbroken. I've been emotionally not well for a while. And I'm sad that I want to bring everyone with me that I used to go to Disney with. I wanted to bring my parents. I wish I could have brought Harley Baby, but at this point it's just not possible. I hate that they can't really experience their last ride, that they have to know that their last ride was the last time they went, which for my parents was last year. And for Harley Baby, I can't even remember the last time she rode Splash, but I know it was with me. For those of you that are also going on the 31st, or on the 30th, I've already posted this well after the 30th. But for those of you that went on the 30th to do what I'm doing, let me know your experience with Splash in the comments below. I want to know what your experience was and how you dealt with it and what the ride means to you and what your thoughts are on Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Me, I am very excited to see where this goes. Now, as sad as I am, I really want to see how this turns out, because the ride itself, like the actual mechanics of the ride isn't changing, just the theming of it is. And for some people, that's enough to get them upset. For me personally, I think it's about time Tiana had her own representation in Disney parks, because a lot of the princesses that we've all known and loved have the representation. Like, I know Sleeping Beauty has the walkthrough in her castle. I know Ariel used to have her grotto. She now has an attraction. Snow White has her own ride, if I'm really going down all the princesses. Belle, I believe, has a ride in Paris or Tokyo. Can't remember. They've had an Aladdin show at the Hyperion, and they've had an Aladdin show in Adventureland for Jasmine's sake. Pocahontas, other than a meet and greet, there's not really much to do with her, unless you count the tribes along the rivers of America, which maybe you could. Let's see, I know I'm forgetting other princesses. Cinderella doesn't really have anything. She has a castle in Florida, which is the only Cinderella castle that's actually there, and she also has her own dining experience. Let's see. I know you can meet Rapunzel in the Fantasy Fair area, and she even has her little tower. If you go at night, her hair shimmers down it. Basically what I'm trying to say, Mulan, you could do a meet and greet with her, and you've also, this past year at Oogie Boogie Bash, she was actually presented as Ping, which is really fun. But yeah, like I said, a lot of princesses there will have their representation. Tiana, she is obviously a really good meet and greet. However, with the New Orleans Square being New Orleans Square, and this movie taking place in New Orleans, it would be kind of stupid not to incorporate her in some way other than just a meet and greet. So having the boutique, which is supposed to be, I think, Eudora's boutique, If you haven't gone there, you should. It's really cool. They have like recipes, they have like stuff for the kitchen, they have like dresses, all that good stuff. Having Tiana's Palace there, or Tiana's Place, I forget what they call it in the movie, replacing French Market, and then having Tiana's Bayou Adventure. With that all tying into New Orleans Square, it just makes sense and it's wonderful. I'm just very heartbroken that I wasn't able to experience this longer than what I guess other people did. Because some people have been riding this ride for decades, pretty much as long as it's been open. Me, I've only been riding it for 6 years. And I probably wouldn't have been tall enough until like my freshman year of high school. I was a shrimp. Still am a shrimp. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it here for my little rant. Or not rant, but my little, I guess, speech talk. Was it TED Talk? I don't know. The next clip you're gonna see, we'll be waking up and getting ready for the day. I'm getting up at 5 in the morning. This is gonna be a very long video because it's just something I'm passionate about. It is a Disneyland trip video, but it's gonna be one that's pretty much like the last hurrah was when Harley Baby and I thought that she was going to get her breast augmentation surgery, but just wasn't going to happen. Her story, if she ever wants to tell it, not mine to tell, but this is a longer video. So if you guys want to stick around, thank y'all so much. If you don't, that's fine. You can skip ahead to whatever you want to see. My pictures, other videos. If you don't want to see the getting ready with me, you can skip that too. But this video is long. It's going to be long, and I don't mind because this is just what I want to do for Splash. So get ready for the next clip. I hope to God my phone storage is enough to process this at the very end. If not, I'm going to have to AirDrop this to my MacBook and figure it out from there. So I'll see you guys in a second. Good morning. It's early. I got no sleep. Yay. It is time to officially start my bath, so we're gonna get that rolling right now. And while the water is freshly running, I have some bath salts here to help make my skin be all smooth and pretty. So I'm first gonna take this down and put it on the floor. We're gonna take this guy and put him over the drain. And we're gonna do 3 spoonfuls in there. Be right back. earrings themselves, and then also the back ends. I use one cotton round for each earlobe, and thankfully my left ear, which was infected, cleared up perfectly. Constant cleaning. Okay, perfect. I need to take out that trash. Now we're gonna put the earrings back in. There's one. There's the other. Got the first back end. There we go. I'm actually wanting to get a third piercing soon. Like on my earlobe. I have a little bit of room left. It's a beautiful morning out. Okay, next up we're gonna wash my face, but first I have to get my face wet. Squirt one pump into my hand and just scrub the shit out of it. I am breaking out a little bit. Ugh, I hate it. Okay, we're gonna put this back. Next is the toner. I'm also gonna refill the cotton rounds because it looks like we're out. Okay, next we have lotion. Next, we have the different gel. My god, my dark circles are atrocious. Nothing a little makeup can't fix. Next, we're gonna take this. I'm running so low. It's lasted me a good long while. I see so many people put so much on their face, and I don't understand why. A little bit goes such a long way. Then we're gonna massage my face. Mist. Stuff always feels so good. And then while that's drying, we got the hand scrub. Next, we're gonna take this down and spray my hair. Gotta make sure there's no bits from that. Was it the bath salts? Because there's bits in there and it's weird. Alright, the fun part. That was an easier brush than I thought. I just dropped my glasses. Great. It's gonna be a bright day today. I'm surprised this side hasn't grown back as much. This bit. There we go. How am I getting pimples on my neck? Ew. That is disgusting. Alright, now it's time for the outfit. So I wasn't able to film what the outfit was because Luis was still asleep when he was when I got in here. I literally did my makeup. Oh, I hate this little cowlick. Not makeup. I did my jewelry and my outfit. So basically this is my outfit. It's a black dress underneath with this Jack Skellington blazer thingy. I'm so sorry you guys can't see this. I'm also wearing a pair of boots and tights. I have these Jack Skellington earrings, choker, necklace, and then my usual sovereign. Now it is time to do my makeup. All right, it's makeup time. I am so tired. I've acquired a couple new makeup things. I do apologize if I do this wrong. I'm still learning. Harley baby, you're the makeup expert. You can chastise me in the comments below. Sorry, I'm getting like eye gunks. Let's get started. First things first, I have some SPF for my face. Perfect. Now I have a color corrector. My whole face is red, so I literally just put this all over my face. Not a lot though, just a little dab here and there. Okay. This is the color corrector I use. None of this is a sponsor, by the way. Perfect. Next, I have liquid foundation. Let me get my sponges out real quick. I have acquired beauty blenders. That seriously need to be washed, and I just keep forgetting. You guys ever do that? Forget to wash your beauty blenders. I also have my setting spray to keep things moist. God, I hate that word. I'm sorry. Where did I put my foundation? Oh, there it is. It's too early. It is too early. On my finger. Squeeze the rest out. Drop the cap. Have issues getting the cap. Okay, that works. Okay, let's damp the beauty blender. Now let's pat this shit out. Bangs are getting in the way, even though I have them pulled back. Whatever. All right, with that blended out, we're gonna put purple one away. Now I'm gonna smack the shit out of my setting powder. And we're just gonna put this setting powder on my face. keep feeling like there's an eyelash in my left eye. It doesn't appear that there is. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but looking decent, I guess. Okay. Now we're gonna go in with bronzer. This is the palette I use. I think I forgot to show you the foundation, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. This is the foundation. And this is the setting powder. I'm running low. I need to get more. I've seen a lot of people contour their foreheads. Never thought to do that in a million years, but it's been helping me. I don't care if this is or is not how you're supposed to do it. This is how I do it. I don't care. Cool. Now we got the blush. Cute. I need to give myself eyebrows. Okay. I'm gonna fix them with the spoolie. Yep, and those are eyebrows. Next, I'm gonna put my razor away since I didn't need it. And this is the eyebrow pen that I use. We're going to be using this Corpse Bride Revolution palette today. And the two colors we'll be using is this pink and purple combination. So we're actually going to use this palette since it has a mirror. That is a very dull pink. It's okay. I know this looks messy. Give it a second. I'm gonna fix it. Okay, blend these two colors together. I'm also going to wipe away the fallout. And then we're going to take my concealer stick and fix that under eye problem. Grab the beauty blender and the spray. Perfect. Dark circles, never heard of her. Okay. I'm gonna put the beauty blenders away. I'll clean those eventually. Next, eyeliner. Not my best eyeliner job, but it'll do for today. Now we're gonna set that with setting spray so it doesn't smudge everywhere. Next we got mascara. Just realized a part of my eyeshadow did not blend out well. Okay, and I've been like noticing every time I use my mascara, little clumps form under my eyes. So I've been using this spoolie to try and get rid of the excess. Hopefully it works. I've only done it one other time. It kind of worked, but not as well as I'd like for it to. Oh, I can't even speak this morning. Okay. And then we're gonna go in with some chapstick. It's root beer flavored. Well, scented. And then we're gonna do a black lip for today. Make sure there's none left on the teeth. And then we're gonna go in with a pink gloss to give it some shimmer. Not so much color, just shimmer. Okay, a little bit on the top lip too. Beautiful shimmer. And then finally, we're gonna do the highlighter. Oh my god, I totally forgot what the name of it was. Just a little bit on both cheeks. Beautiful. And now we are going to set. Once this thing runs out, I'm never getting this brand again. Literally, the spray nozzle broke after like the first use, but I didn't want it to go to waste. Okay, let's take this off. Bring the bangs down. Glasses on. Beautiful. Hope you guys enjoy the photos and videos that I have for you. Oh, and the tattoo. Yeah. Oh, it's for my dad. Yeah, he has a type 2 diabetes. So, you know, hopefully one day there's a year. Yeah. Yes, I am strong. Thankfully I don't have it knock on wood, but for those who do. Strong.
Alright, ready everybody? 1, 2. There we go.